Rand has been not necessarily hiatus from pool, but Rand has been kind of just been privately putting in some time. You know, he plays in events, but not all of them like he usually would. So I feel like he's kind of excited to be at the table, and the game is fresh to him. He's excited to get out there and hit the balls and compete. It's one thing when you're practicing, but when you put in time and you're ready to come back out and say, hey, look what I've been working on, that's always a good thing.
And whatever he's been doing, definitely been working for him here at day 2 in the Winter Classic. This winner, I believe the winners of this matchup going to the money since it's on the winner's side, right?
I believe so.
So, I mean, whatever he's been doing has definitely been paying off. You know, he's already run through a pretty strong field, especially in the upper bracket. We had a lot of guys here that are very capable of winning this tournament. Right now, the field up in the air with Joey Dupuis and Tom D'Alfonso both out of the tournament.
Yeah,
so.
that was pretty, you know, just out of nowhere. I was definitely expecting some of those guys to do well, at least one of those two, to make it to the money at least. Joe Dupuis was runner-up in this event. Joey's won, I think he won the MD Promotions finale.
He did. He won the tour
previously.
championship. He won the tour championship last year, the most recent one.
Yeah.
So, and I think Joey came in second in this event last year too. So, I mean, Joey's no stranger to big wins in Mark's tournaments, and also, you know, he was playing great yesterday. Just he ran into a couple of guys who were ready to play him, you know. And Rand looks as though he's also very ready to play Sal here. Kick shot coming up.
I did want to mention who is in the room playing matches currently right now, just to give you guys an update. So going around the room, we've got the neighboring table. We've got Bill Cody and Mike Verducci. Then we've got Brian Chase and Rob Pierce. We have Kevin Baccio and Mike Nicolaro. Table 5 is Rich Farrell and Emily Cady. Bob Lucas is matched up with Lindsay Monto. Then we've got Adam Blair, Phil Medeiros, got the straight shooters set up there. And then we've got Dave Morganelli, and I'm not sure this gentleman's name right here.
That's a good question. I can look and see the
right.
player list. Let's see here. Mark had posted all of the. Them earlier. Speaking of matches that are up and coming and ready to go, you've got a match coming up a little bit later against Billy the Kid.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Idris. That's who Dave Morganelli's
Who's Dave Morganelli's opponent?
Morad Idris.
Morad Idris. Okay, I'm not familiar with him. I mean, I've seen his face around. I've seen him around, but
I've never
not
seen
familiar
him
with him. Well, stay tuned. He's up over there.
We'll be watching that game closely.
Yeah. All right. So don't forget, guys, share the stream. Let people see pool. You know, get it out there. Share it in the pool groups and whatnot. We appreciate that. I myself am going to be doing the same right now.
Sal coming in with a great kick shot on the 1, only to play safe on the 3 and leave an open shot. Looks like a pretty open rack here for Rand Tamba. Nice easy one rail position. I myself haven't seen too much of Rand's game. Maybe it's just because I don't get out of the state much. But that said, Rand looks like a guy who's very, very methodical. Looks like he's somebody who's very into making sure his mechanics are solid. Of course, shooting with a Revo, which of course has become all the rage with amateur and pro players alike. But of course, when you have a cue that nice, how could you go wrong when you have a shaft that nice?
Yeah, right. We were calling it the Revo Magic. Guys, you know, long straight shot. Most players have issues with those, and they just pound them right in there.
Oh, I know.
No issues.
You know, I'm convinced that the Revo takes takes just years off the learning curve. I mean, the things that you don't have to take into account when you're using that. I used one for about 3 months. I had one, and I ended up going back to what I am using. But that said, I really liked the way it hit. I just when I had it, it was a gift. It was a gift from somebody, but it was a gift that I unfortunately felt I had to return. So
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Yeah, I've hit a couple of balls with it, and the Revo definitely makes pocketing a ball pretty easy.
It's a huge adjustment.
Oh yeah, but I've definitely heard from other players and myself. I say that it's a little bit more difficult to kind of move the ball around. Just putting English on the ball and whatnot. As far as pocketing it, it's definitely helpful.
Ran on the run here. Straight in shot on the 7. This one looks over and cooked.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has too many issues, but he's looking at it as if he has a funny angle. He just wants to kind of stop the ball right there. Don't get too fancy. He wanted to be comfortable while he hit it in. That's not bad.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe he wasn't necessarily as straight as he wanted to be. Maybe he didn't want to just stop it and hold the ball there.
Yeah, he might have wanted to be a little bit lower, but I mean, he is shooting lefty, so being on that side of the table is helpful in that case.
Yes, us pesky lefties. You got that lefty curse, everything's flipped and magically reversed.
Yeah, and they're also magically extremely talented most of the time. Tim, are you a lefty? You are?
Yes, I am.
All right. See, that's odd to me because the way that you shoot, I would think that your style is more righty, but your ability to, your match on the stream yesterday, kicking in the balls and whatnot, and that's definitely lefty territory right there. All right, Rand Tamba coming up with the first game.
Nice smooth run out after a missed save by Sal Midolo. Sal, of course, he's in my opinion, just from having played him over the last 6 months, he's in my opinion what you would call a late bloomer. So don't necessarily think that if Rand gets up 2-3 to nothing here that it's over. It's very possible that with an opening, Sal will go and turn 3-0 into 5-3 very quickly. Once he finds his groove on that table and picks up the speed of it, it can be at times very hard to get him back off the table.
Yeah, no, I actually like that quality about Sal because I've seen a lot of players that can come out very strong. They'll win the first 2 or 3 games, and after that, it's kind of like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
You gotta find me.
Call them the front runners, but
You look at somebody who's a stayer.
yeah.
And trust me, if there's ever been a stayer that I remember, at least recently, Sal's in it for the long haul when he gets into a long set. So
Yeah, for sure. So Rand's just taking his time with the rack there, making sure everything looks right.
got to get that wing ball down.
All right, so judging by his last break, he's going to be trying to make the 2-ball in the bottom corner here. Let's see if he can make that happen. That's in the top right of your screen.
No adjustment from his previous break. He didn't pocket the wing ball the last time.
I'm going to see maybe he
I think
takes
the
a little
6
speed
went.
off of it, maybe add a little speed,
Wing
and there
ball.
it is.
Wing ball down immediately. 5-ball down as well.
And he's going to have a shot at the 1. I think we're going to see Rand just kind of spin the cue ball back behind the 6, sending the 1-ball up table. Don't want to get too fancy on an opening shot in a rack like this.
Got a pretty robust field of people who have joined in. Kevin Rodriguez is in there. Jim Prather, Sal Bevilacqua, Zion's V. He's in there. Hey,
Yeah,
what's going on,
Zion. I think he's over in California right now. I think he went on a trip. Zion, what's up, buddy?
Ray Ortiz from Connecticut.
What's up,
Showing a
Ray?
little Connecticut love. Got a bunch of people in there. Steve Sutton popped in.
We got to wake him up. Say, hey, guys, this ball's being hit. What are you doing sleeping, guys? Come check out the pool. And he did just like I had said, but there is leakage there for sure. Definitely left him an edge here. He's just going to kind of thin the ball over towards the 9 ball and try to 2-rail the cue ball up back behind the 4. That is the ideal shot here. He called the 9 ball, but I think that was just kind of a precaution in case he overhits it. But I don't see that 9 ball moving even past the 8 ball in this shot. What do you think, Tim?
No, I wouldn't say that the 9 ball's going to be moving too much here. If I know Sal, he's going to be focusing on just trying to get that cue ball somewhere not in front of the 1, and I think he did just that. Piece of the 1, but not all of it.
Yeah, this is a touchy shot because he's probably going to run into the 8 ball after hitting the 1 ball. Depending on what type of hit is on the cue ball, he might be able to test the 9 a hair, but
possibly depends on where he comes out.
If he
can miss the 8 ball, then the 9 might be in order here.
Yeah, he did actually call the 9 ball. He's called the 9 ball in the opposite corner there, the left corner.
There is a possibility that you end up leaving a very open shot here, though, if you take this 9 on.
Yeah, this is kind of risky.
Too risky. It's all right.
And
It's not bad.
That 4 ball helped out quite a bit, to be honest. If that missed that cue ball would have traveled quite a distance away.
Well down table.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jim Volhart, how you doing? Steve Sutton Death, my man, how you doing? On my way to Florida for work. Safe travels. Safe travels,
Very
sir.
nice bank shot by Sal.
Scott Gonzalez, what's up, my man? You're welcome. Got a lot of good content coming from the Snookers live stream channel. The next couple of months, we are going to be very, very active. Lots of nice events coming. All you competitive players out there, keep in mind, February 9th and 10th here at Snookers. This is an open event. The Liscotti Memorial. This is the 14th annual Liscotti Memorial. This is the first time it's going to be at Snookers.
Wow.
And we are expecting a significant turnout for this event. Lots of players already putting their names down. Got a very good list of previous champions there, the likes of Jeremy Sosi, Mike DeShane, George Sansucci. I mean, you name it.
The list goes on.
Yeah, there's a lot of top players that have won that event, and if that tells you anything about how the tournament is run, this is going to be a great one. So, again, that's February 9th and 10th right here at Snookers in Providence. So, all you guys, come on down for that.
Sal electing with the full cue jump there, only to leave an open shot. Ran up at the table, trying to extend his lead to 2-0. Ran looking pretty long and hard at this shot. Looks as though it's going to be going up into the corner for a nice easy, or it looks in the side actually for a nice easy run up on the 6 ball here. Fortunately, you got to make the ball before you can get in position.
All right, now that was, you know, just that's the early morning tight pocket deal there.
Getting the crust out of the
Yeah,
eyes.
exactly. Now that 4 is a little bit low on the side pocket, so it's not just an easy rolling. He can make it. He can make it for sure, but he's got to hit it just right.
Avoid the 9 on the way by. Come back down for the 6. Or not.
Right into the drink, unfortunately.
Oh, bueno.
And now you're going to have Rand coming up to the table with a very good look at the last 4 balls. All right, so I've just been informed by Mr. Dion himself that I am needed out of the booth. I'm going to go torture Mr. Lana's life for a short time on a pool table. So
Good luck to you, Mr.
I'm going to
Mark.
turn this over to Mr. Levine, and he is going to be joined by Mr. Matthew, and we're going to have some fun here. So I will be back with you guys in just a little bit.
Speaking of the action on Table 1 Rand looking at this next shot up here on the 8 ball, just trying to size up where he wants to be. Probably be rolling this ball forward, stay on the short side. Speaking of, we'll be having frequent match updates from the room, from inside the New England Billiards Hall of Fame room later on. Rand rolling up just a little bit farther than he wanted to go, unfortunately. And it's likely that he will be looking at a much tougher 8 ball than he wants to see. That said, over on the other stream tables, again, we have a lot of great action going on. A couple of matchups that are of very important note to quite a few people. A lot of winner side action going on here in the inside room. And we got Mike Matthew coming up here in just a little bit to help join me in the stream booth. He's just setting himself up to get nice and comfy, so we'll be setting that up in just a second here. Rand staring down. Pretty tough shot on the 8 ball here, and as soon as Mike gets his microphone on, we're going to be working with that. So here we go. Mike Matthew back in the stream booth once again.
Hello.
And, how's everybody hearing him out there? I think I hear him pretty good. So.
Yeah, how's the volume? Is it too loud? Is it all right?
No, I think we're doing all right. Yeah.
All right.
Again, we're here at the Winter Classic looking at winner side action. Rand Tamba up 1-0, playing rather long safety. Of course, open shot here for Sal. Shouldn't be too much trouble to torture Rand.
I'm trying to think when he might bank the 8 ball back, or he's. Oh, he go for the bank?
Went for the long. I think that was more along the lines of a rail-to-rail safe that didn't go as planned. Billy Santiago out there on the stream. Steve Sutton saying hello to you, Mike Matthew. Also, Billy, thank you for joining the stream this morning, joining the Connecticut commentary here on the Snookers live stream.
Hi, Billy, Steve, how you guys doing? Ooh, I still gotta wake up here. I might need a coffee.
Yeah, I know. We all need coffee.
Oh, wow, that's a good stroke.
That's a great shot from Rand coming off the rail like that. Not a lot of justice, though, on the leave.
That's tough.
Meanwhile, we got some pretty decent action over on table 3. That's where we're seeing Rob Pierce and Brian Chase
Yep.
playing one another. And
Rob's up 4-0.
Oh, those are his beats. I was about to say I haven't seen anybody.
No, I've been paying attention. Yeah, he didn't move his beat. He just won that game.
And this match just started 25 minutes ago. So Rob not working by the hour, to say the least.
Yeah, looks like I saw a few minutes ago Rob made a very nice carom shot on the 9 ball. So it looks like Rob's hitting them pretty well today, which is a good sign.
Good sign
for us Yale Billiards over here representing.
We made sure to get him home early and tuck him in after a fun night after he won his match today. Again, winner side action. Anybody who happens to win this match is in the money. So. A lot on the line. We start getting into those payouts. And of course, after this rack, we'll show you what's going on with the tournament payouts at some point here. Rand looking at a very tough shot on the 9 ball. I don't know if this is more safe rather than play. Definitely looking at like a safe and unfortunately very much a failed one. Now, of course, this should be one game now for Sal Midolo, who got ball in hand after Rand failed to make rail on that 9 ball.
What other matches do we have here in this room? We have Adam Blair.
Adam Blair's over there playing.
Not sure who that is that he's playing.
I've got the matchups right here. Adam Blair is playing Phil Medeiros. Looks like 1-1 over there. And then we've got on table 8, we've got Murad Idris playing Dave Morganelli. I want to say
that's 2 to 1.
2 to 1 in favor of.
Not sure.
Well, we'll know in a minute.
Yeah.
Dave's on the 8 ball, so we'll know when he moves the bead. We'll get back to you on that one.
Looks like Adam's about to get a 2-1 lead here in his match.
Over on table 6, Lindsey Monto is playing Bob Lucas. Nice even race action there at 5-5. I'll tell you, this year at the Winter Classic, I've noticed a much larger influx of female players, which always is great for the game.
Yeah, I think there was like 5 or 6 playing in this one, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think I saw just in the upper alone. I think there were 2 or 3, and I was actually kind of surprised. I know that in previous tournaments we'd seen the likes of Lindsay Monto in the upper bracket playing as a B. She's definitely got the skill to put it down, but in this time she's playing. Due to the changes with Fargo rating being the more predominant way to handicap now, she playing in the upper end of the lower bracket. What would you say? The higher end of the lower bracket. Wouldn't be surprising. A great turnout here would probably bump her up to nearly the upper bracket once again, depending on.
I'm not too familiar with how she plays, so.
She plays quite strong. I remember seeing at the
Tour finale, right?
Yeah. The Tour Championship. She played a few matchups. I think she was playing even action against another B at the Tour Championship. She was down 4-1 and ended up coming back to win 5-4. I mean, and as you watched it, I mean, she just tortured the guy by the end of the night. Like, down 4-3, and you could almost tell the guy was ahead. It almost looked like he was sunk. She played a lot of strong safety play. Right here on table 1.
3 ball is a little tricky, but other than that,
yeah, not really too much to worry
play
about.
the short side of it. You could play it all the way down, or if you get on the other side, you can play in this corner next to where he's standing. It's a little tough from where the 2 ball is, though, to get really precise on the 3 here.
Over here on table 2, we've seen Mike. We got Mike Verducci on a 9 ball right now, a tougher 9 ball.
And Rob looks like he's putting away 1 over here to go up 5-0 on his side. That's a big win.
Ran with a great safety here.
I don't care.
The old stick.
I think Sal can spin around this 4 here, a little masse, and I think it's a quite easy hit on the 1 because I don't think he didn't quite hook him on the 4. Yeah.
It's definitely not what Sal would like to be shooting at, but at least it's a way to not give away ball in hand.
This is a tough out here. I mean, I know he left him a straight-in shot here, but I don't. This is not a gimme.
Yeah, and I mean this one's relatively straight, so I don't know how much you can get to possibly shift the 3 out of the position it's in. Really, the 3 ball here is the key to the rack.
Ooh, Mike missed that 9 ball over there on table 2 and left it hanging.
Wow. So Bill Cody coming up to potentially either put the first game on the board or the 3rd game on the board. We'll know in just a second for him. That's a rack for Bill Cody. And as far as it looks,
let's see what he marks here. And
that'd be Bill Cody up 3-0 on table 2. Rand playing a great shot on the 2 ball here.
Oh, he might be hooked by the 9 here.
He's not going to be seeing much of this 3 ball, so.
Yeah, I don't think you can see the 3 ball here.
Time to punt. This is tough too. With the 6 ball in the way.
And even if you can kick around the 6, there's not really too many places you can put the 3 ball.
I
don't think he can edge it. I don't think he can.
And then get behind the 7.
Oh, you can. Okay, he saw it.
He almost made the 6.
And left Sal a combo.
I think the goal there definitely was just a thin, try to stick behind the 7.
Yeah.
That's a very small area to hit too.
Yeah, I think distance was also a factor there, but I don't think he wanted the 6 ball to hang up in the pocket there. Makes it a relatively easy shot for Sal. I don't see any problems here now. I think this is Sal should definitely be out there. I mean, the 8 ball is a little funny where it is, but I don't see a problem for Sal here.
Barring a miss or a big swing in position, this is probably curtains. for this rack.
What Kerry McAuliffe just said.
Yeah, I know.
Mike made a joke after you left the booth yesterday. He said,
He was telling me earlier.
surprised Tim didn't just start throwing weather forecasts out there in the middle.
Yeah, I try to lead that. That's proprietary information. You know, I do offer weather forecasts for a nominal fee. So just a minor fee.
Yeah, and Sal can actually get up to a 2-1 lead here in this even race to 7.
That's right. We're looking at 2-1.
Big match.
For mighty Sal Midolo.
Big matches here for Sal's match and Rob's match, because this is winner's side, and if they can both win their first game, or whoever, either opponent on either end here wins their first game, you start the second day on the winner's side winning the first one, looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always good to come back on day 2. I mean, the thing that I guess for me, being somebody that doesn't play a lot of 2-day events, the biggest hurdle for some people is you got through day 1. Now, if you're on the winner's side, it's a little bit easier because you know that, hey, you can possibly have a bad set on day 2 and still be in. But if you're a guy who got on the loser's side and battled all day long to get to day 2, you're saying to yourself, you got to come with it on the very first game.
That cue ball is very deep.
Sleep.
That cue ball is very deep in that pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he should hurry up and shoot this before it falls down.
So deep a pin drop could knock it in.
Hi, Andy. How you doing? Played that at good speed.
Sal playing the 2-way and getting rewarded for both of his efforts.
Little swerve here.
Andy Gow, thank you so much for joining the stream. Kerry McAuliffe, thank you for bringing up the potential for pay-per-view weather. Try to keep my weather and pool life separate.
Welcome to the chat, Bart. How you doing?
Hello, Bart Revesi. Bart Revesi, of course, just being inducted into yet another Hall of Fame, by the way. Bart and his wife being recently inducted, so congratulations to you, Bart, and your wife for your induction.
Can he see the one?
Yes.
No, I know you can see it, but can he see it to make it? Is my question.
Oh yes, definitely.
I feel like where I'm sitting, it's not. I don't have the best. Yeah. Okay. Up there, it still doesn't look too promising.
Our viewers have the lovely angle of being able to see it clear as day.
Yeah, I was looking at the table. I wasn't looking at the screen. That actually did look better from the screen.
What a great bank
That's
shot
a good
by
ball.
Sal, though. Sal he just makes those key balls when he needs to. It's that consistency to be able to make.
The confidence too. He hits them with. He's not scared of missing.
It's almost.
Ooh, he's overrunning this.
It's almost arrogantly confident.
He got a little funny on this 5 ball here, but if he makes this 5, he will be looking good. It's a tough shot for sure.
He would be, as they say, gin.
Overcut it.
Oh, that is not gin. Meanwhile, we got table 7 up to 2-2. Morad Idris also getting to within 1 of Dave Morganelli. It's a 3-2 race, 3-2 right now over there, and I believe that's even action over on the stream, over on table 7. Rob up 6-0. That would be a statement maker if he were to go 7-0 in that 7-7 race against Brian Chase.
Ooh, he has a bridge over the 8 ball here, Tim.
Yeah, definitely not simple to do, especially when you're looking to tie things
If
up.
he just rolls that ball in, though, he'll have a natural angle. Just cut the 8 ball on the side and come back. You don't need to do anything crazy here. Simply just make the 7 ball.
I agree. Don't get fancy when you have to do a lot. Too many people try to jack up over a ball and.
Also, reminder to anyone, MD production tournaments here are all ball fouls during a stroke. So if the cue ball is moving and you move another ball, it is a foul. So you just got to watch the 8 ball here. Make sure it doesn't hit it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, he tried to hit it. He tried to hit it way too hard.
You know something though, he got a little bit of a roll with that 8-ball. Nice friendly kiss. You know, it is Valentine's Day coming up, so in about a few weeks.
You know what I would do? I would thin off the left side of the 7, bring the cue ball down towards the 9, the rail where the 9 is. If you can come around 3 rails to the short rail down here.
Try to bring the 7-ball somewhere between the middle and
yeah. I mean, if you hit it thin
right-hand
enough,
diamond.
you hit it thin enough, it'll stay there. And if
Stick to the
not,
8.
yeah, it'll go behind the 8 as a blocker. I like that shot. Sal might go for this.
All about speed.
I think Sal's going for it, or he might bank the 7-ball 2 rails down and play the cue ball behind the 8.
You know, I always say that. You know, especially he did go for it. But it's so hard to tell. If you've played Sal enough, I don't know. For those of you that have played Sal, maybe you noticed it too. But for those of you that don't, whenever you watch him stroke a ball from the chair, he always strokes. His practice strokes are always the same speed, and they all look like he's about to just crush the ball. And then out of nowhere, you'll see him just switch it up and end up either hitting something soft. It's very hard to tell when he's going to be playing a ball or attempting to play some sort of safety speed.
I agree.
He just looks like he's gonna go for every ball, and then you don't really know. It's almost like you don't know what's coming. Just kind of gotta wait for him to hit it. Rand here using the bridge, trying to create a little bit of space.
Oh, did he go for it too? Or is he playing the 2-way? He may have been going for a 2-way.
Yeah.
For leaving the cue ball where he did.
Long and straight on the rail.
Yeah.
Always a tough shot on table 1 here. Of course, the rails.
I think Sal has an angle going into the long rail, so I think he can stroke this ball.
By the way, we've already got ourselves a winner over there on table 3. Rob Pearson with the shutout of Brian Chase.
I think Rob strung together those last 4 racks there, because I did not see Brian at the table the last 10, 15 minutes.
Much, so
yeah,
we may be getting him into the booth here at some point to do a little bit of an interview over how that match went. By the way, Sal making a great shot on the 7-ball there, on the rail, straight.
That was a good shot.
That was a good shot, and position on the 8.
He's going to punch and go 3 rails around, or is he drawing?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be punching for 3 rails here. Oh no! They looked. See again. You know, I thought that he was about to load up on that shot. But let's see. Yeah. Sal fools all.
Yeah. This is a tough cut right here. The one thing I don't like about this cut, if you miss, it does not end up well ever. That's the one thing about that shot. You cannot miss that ball.
That is a very easy shot to sell out on, unfortunately. Rand looking at a long, straight 9-ball. Now that he's done talking with tournament director Mark Dion, if we could possibly get Rob up in here just to ask, you know, how that match went, would be good. We got Rob Pearson coming into the stream booth for a brief amount of time here. We'll talk about just kind of how that match went. So joining us now, Rob Pearson up here in the stream booth.
Morning, everybody.
Pretty strong stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I missed the ball.
Really? Yeah. It didn't look. That was relatively quick. Like how did that go overall?
He had like the opportunities that he had were like weird combos, like tough shots, and you know, he struggled a little bit early, and I really don't think I missed the ball. So that was a good set for me.
You know, winner side action now that now you're moving on to the winner side. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to everybody else that's about to be moving forward here. But we still have a lot of action going on in the outer tables as well. Would you say you're feeling good this morning?
I wouldn't go that far. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm taking it one game at a time over here. But I like the way I played that set.
Yeah,
I can say that.
It's a pretty tough matchup over here. We've got Sal Midolo here now up now at 2-2. Rand Tamba now at 2-2, and Rand just broke. So
All right, well, I'm going to leave the
This match is definitely
commentating to the
tough.
experts over
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I heard you guys are doing a bang-up job, so I don't want to mess that up.
Well, thank you very much. But either way, congratulations to you,
Thank
Rob.
you again.
I was curious to see how that match went. It seemed like it was relatively quick.
Yeah, it was quick. Hopefully all of them will be quick in my favor.
Good luck to you, Rob.
Thanks.
Now Mike Matthew joining us back once again in the stream booth. So Rob Pearson moving on the winner's side in the upper bracket here at the Winter Classic. We've got ourselves a little bit of a safety here from Rand. Sal coming up, not seeing too much of this 2-ball. Looks like he's going to be electing for a kick. Take a look at what it looks like on the overhead here. You can't see too much of this 2-ball. It's a 1-rail kick. Wow.
He left it safe, almost.
Yes.
Well, it's an easy hit
See
if
it.
you can't quite see it. Just hit the rail.
Yeah, this is definitely a makeable hit.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know if it's makeable per se. Just
Well, it's makeable, but
yeah. I mean, he can hit it. It's just a matter of can he make it with the side pocket right there. He might just be looking at.
I just hit the rail right before. Yep.
Yeah. Just looking to make a hit on it.
And left Sal a shot.
Yes, he did.
Not an easy one, but a shot.
Sal looking at a nice, easy.
Is he playing that
easy
knuckle?
2-ball.
Yeah, he is playing it there.
Beautiful.
It's a good shot.
A little overshot though.
He can use a 6. He can run into the 6 here to hold it for the 4 on the rail. I think he's going to look to make full contact on the 6 here. Yep.
That's a beautiful
That's
hit.
that's a really good shot.
Played that at pocket speed too. You know, cannot stress the importance enough of pocket speed.
What do you do? What do you do here now, Tim?
I think you just push it out to the center of the table. Don't overhit it because you don't want to.
8 ball. You got it.
You don't want to box it too.
So now you need to make this 5, and you got to play it kind of hard to come across and back. Looks like that's what he's doing. He might draw. He might draw across and then come to the other side of the 6. Oh.
Yeah, the draw was on. Just a tougher shot in terms of holding the cue ball.
This is certainly not an easy shot, but
Andy.
definitely makeable.
Andy Gal, we'll do our best to get you an update on Lucas at some point. I know he is playing right now. I just don't know what table he's playing on.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate it.
We got our water boy, Rob Pearsa, over here. Ooh, I think I'm due for some steak tips here as soon as the kitchen opens. I don't know.
Oh, I know. Of course, you can't go wrong with the food options here at Snookers.
Rob, what's the
Great
score to
food
Lucas's
options.
match?
Be getting that information. We got some information runners. Sal looking at a very tough kick shot.
We got Steve Roman here sitting 5 feet from us, just joining the stream. Welcome, Steve.
Joey Dupuy, Ryan Hemingway, TJ Marshall, Nick Marino, all joining in on the stream. Long straight shot here for Rand. Oh, straight-ish.
Oh, that's the shot right there.
Yes,
It's a good shot.
play.
Let's see the angle here. Yeah, that's
Might be a bit of a window though.
I don't think he can't masse around that, and I
I
can't.
think he just goes straight between the 6-7, comes off the back rail.
I don't think he can hit behind the 5. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
That's a risky shot. Oh, I didn't think he can
Kick
go
and
off
stick.
the. Oh, he might make that ball.
He made it off the 8.
Wow. You just roll the 6 on the side and get out. Oh,
That's tough on these pockets too. You know, with that table, with table 1 being just a little bit tighter, that's very tough on these pockets. Good opportunity for Rand to take a 3-2 lead here.
He's gonna have to. I think he's gonna draw and come the shorter side of the 8.
He's queuing up for draw.
Yep, go around that way.
Perfect.
That's a good stroke.
Perfect. got a little bit of an angle, just enough to.
Yeah, that's a good natural angle just to lightly get up there. You don't need to come all the way down. There's a big
You
area.
just need to have a makeable
Yeah,
shot.
there's a big area to play here for this 9-ball.
So many players, they focus on getting absolutely perfect on a ball.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, people try to get straight on this ball. There is no need. That whole
Shape-
quarter of the
shape
table.
zones. Just getting close.
Just hit the 8 and come off the long rail here and just avoid the side, and anywhere over there will be good. Yep, and that's perfect. You didn't overstroke it or anything. That was a good shot.
That's you can, as one great baseball announcer once said, you can put it on the board. This is probably all but done. And that's a 3-2 lead now for Rand Tamba here at the Mark Dion Winter Classic. Winner side action. Sal Midolo playing Rand Tamba, trailing 3 racks to 2. Rack 6 coming up, Rand to break. Meanwhile, on the other side, table 6, an unfortunate scratch for Lindsay Monto. I don't know whether it's 4-1, not in her favor. I would wager that it's possible that she may not be the 4 there. Over on table 5, Emily Cady and Rich Farrell are playing in a 6-4 race. It's 2-2 at the moment, so tough matchup there for Rich. Of course, giving away 2 games, that could mean that Katie is within 2.
Also interesting. I think there's 3 females that made it to day 2 here, which is really exciting to see.
Always good to see the sport. Always good to see the sport branching out, especially in terms of who is joining the events, who is making it to the deeper rounds in the events. You know, a lot of people working on their game, male and female alike. You know, it's good to see the sport thriving like that.
Oh, looks like it's gonna be a dry break from
Yes,
Rand here.
Now, Mike,
shot.
do you have any experience in terms of seeing Rand Tamba shoot? I can say that I have very little, other than what I've seen so far.
I've seen him play maybe 4 or 5 times. Really good player.
Have you been impressed?
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely a good player. He's a guy like that's a good shot by
That
Sal.
was a good shot.
Rand is one of those guys that if he's feeling good and he gets in stroke, you cannot let him at the table. He's just one of those.
It'll close you out pretty quick.
Yeah, you have to play very good if you beat Rand. Seems like he hasn't gotten really anything going yet, but Sal's got to stop him. You can't let Rand Tamba get on.
Been seeing over there, Kevin Baccio, if I'm not mistaken, is now up. It might be up 4-3 over on table 4. Could very well be the other way though. Tough to tell. Always gotta see him move.
This is the key ball here. Just make the 5. Yeah,
definitely.
that was the hardest shot he's gonna have.
Yeah,
I think the 7 goes by the 8 without a problem there.
I don't think that he was necessarily as worried about rolling forward there, but this makes that shot just inherently true.
He just needs to pocket this ball here. A little bit of.
Nice easy shot. There you go.
And then he has a
Home
natural angle. Oh, he's on the rail though. Makes it a little tough, but I don't see Sal missing this ball.
With the 8 ball in the side there, he's home free.
Yeah, I think that goes clean by the 8.
I would, if I was a betting man, I'd put a decent amount of money on that.
Yep. I think the only thing here is he might have to, if he comes out, he might have to just play long position shot for the 8 to the 9.
Electing to go forward.
It's made it a little interesting. He might have to stroke this ball. He might draw it around 2 rails. Looks like
He's definitely coming with right here.
Yep, draw it around 2, avoid the side.
Yeah,
Okay.
And after that, very strong out from Sal Midolo to tie things up.
He didn't make it yet, Tim. You don't know.
Hey.
Yeah, you know that Sal's not gonna miss that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm making a broadcaster's assumption.
I think it's been back and forth here every rack, right?
So
1-1, yeah. 1-1,
Yeah.
2-2, 3-3.
Sal was up 2-1, Rand put together a couple, and now 3-3. So I mean, if the pattern shows, then it would end up being 4-3 Sal next, and then we'd be seeing Rand trying to answer back with 2 racks of his own. Let's see, did we ever get that update on Lucas?
Oh, I don't think so. I think Rob.
Rob got caught up with Clyde Matta. They are shucking and jiving, as it were.
Let's see.
Nice
See,
break by Sal Midolo. He
also
breaks so hard.
for those people that know Sal Midolo, you are. It's when you play him and Sal is on, he plays out of his mind.
Oh my God, his
When-
gear, his
yeah,
high gear,
his-
his high gear gets very, very high.
Yeah, his high gear is breaking, running multiple racks, not missing,
Well,
getting out from everywhere.
I mean, one of my I guess one of my favorite experiences when it came to playing Sal is, I mean, you have to remember that Sal is a guy who, back in 2009, 2010, you were hearing a lot of Sal Midolo's name, especially in tournaments around the area, tournaments in Connecticut, and Sal took some time off, just kind of did his own thing, focused on work, focused on life, and didn't really play as much. And he'll even tell you, he decided to pick up the cue again, and Lucas's match. Now he's getting back in stroke and playing better than ever. So
Yeah, he's been playing a decent amount lately. He's getting back into it, but
definitely.
boy, do
But
I hate playing Sal when he's playing good.
He took a good amount of time off and just chose to.
All right, we got a
Put the feet up.
partial score update from Lucas's match. It is 3-4, unsure on who we're favoring. And oh no, Ran is leaving at 9 ball.
Goodness. Yep, that's an unfortunate miss for.
You play the combo here, right? Yeah, you don't.
Of course
play the
you do.
carom. Yeah, because the angle would go towards the inner part of the 9, which would be a scratch off the 9. So just play the combo here. Hit this one with a nice
The
stroke.
9's so deep in the jaws, it doesn't matter.
Oh, he's rolling it. Oh, that's
Perfect.
okay. I would have hit that a little harder, but that's also probably why I miss every combo A shoot. But so it's 4-3 Sal. If he can win, this is a big game for Sal here. If Sal can win this game and go up 5-3, that's a big swing. But Rand definitely needs to try to snap this one off here.
Definitely. Also, it looks as though Dave Morganelli has toppled Morad Idris on table 8.
Oh, that was a short race. I think it was a race to 5 over there.
It was a race to 5 in the final, 5-3. So, Dave Morganelli moving on.
I think those are the only matches that are done so far, I want to say, for the day. Rob Pierce's victory and then Dave's victory just now on table.
Yeah.
Table is that there?
Table 3 and table 7. Or
Okay.
table 3 and table 8, sorry.
Yep. Sal makes the ball. Makes the
ball,
one.
3 balls. Just make them all, Sal.
And he has a shot on the 2 ball with a good angle to get down for the 5. He might. If the 7, I don't think the 7 goes by in the bottom right corner there, which I think 7 might be the only problem ball here. Just getting on the right side of it to play it.
Got a
Where the 6 is.
got ourselves a celebrity in the chat. Last year's Winter Classic champion, Bobby Hooker, joining the chat. Hi, Bobby. What's going on? Of course, Bobby playing in the Winter Classic this year as well. Amazing the things you see in a pool room during a tournament.
That was funny.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 pool players haggle over the difference between a lemon wedge and an orange.
Yeah, no, that was exciting.
And that was exactly what
Ooh,
just
Rand
happened.
left a very easy shot. That was uncharacteristic of him to play that ball like that. That was a good kick shot by Bill Cody over there on table 2.
Really?
Yeah.
And as you know, as we were saying, if you give, just like you said, if you give Rand a chance, he'll string some racks against you. You give Sal a chance too, and he'll steamroll
If you can just
you.
drag this closer towards the 6, but stay in that line just like that, and then come around and play the 7 in the same pocket, then play the 8 in the same pocket, and
Yeah, of course. It's just there Sal wasn't even worried about
You
the
just,
longer
you just need to
position.
not. You can't underhit this ball. You need to
Spinning
make
it.
sure you come out. Oh, that's what I was worried about. If you underhit this ball, it makes it. Those are one of the shots that you'd rather overrun it than underrun it because this is extremely difficult here.
This is okay though. I mean,
If he makes it, he's
where
gonna have
where
a shot in
the
the
8 is,
8. But
yeah,
also the side pocket might come into play here.
he'll hit the 3rd diamond. Perfect.
I meant the
Yeah.
off the bank, but
Yeah, of course.
he's gonna have to draw away from the rail here. Oh, he's not making it easy on himself, is he?
I mean, for Sal, I wouldn't say that this is the worst.
I think you missed a similar 9-ball like this in your match against Joey Dupuy, didn't you?
Unfortunately, I did. But the difference between Sal Midolo and I is that Sal Midolo has a very straight stroke.
Yeah.
Whereas I, on the other hand,
It
definitely
looks like
did not have a
Sal's
straight
starting to get
stroke.
in stroke here, and that is not a good sign for Rand.
No, Sal's stringing racks. So it's.
I mean, at first both of them were struggling to get something going, but Sal just put what was that three in a row for Sal now?
Yeah, he's putting on the afterburners.
This is a must-win here for Rand. You can't fall 6-3 in this race, so Rand needs to win this one.
Sal breaking just outside of the about a half diamond outside the box. Tried for the wing ball, but it didn't go. Is he gonna get a late bloomer? No one late to the party.
Ooh, Rand can play a really good save here and lock him up.
Are you seeing it too between the 4-6?
Apparently Lucas is down 5-3 in his match.
Ooh, that's
Playing Ben Savoy, right?
Yeah, that's an 8-6 race too. So that means Ben's on the hill. And as far as I know, that's loser's side action, isn't it? Yeah. So Lucas is on the verge of potentially being knocked out of the Winter Classic.
Yeah, Ben. That would be two big tournaments in a row that Ben comes out hot on the second day, because at the Tour Championship, Ben beat me the first match in the second day. He played very well, so
You need it too. You know, when
he
you
is.
when you go and you play, when you go here, you need to have a strong showing at the first game. It's a primer. Oh, what a kick from Sal!
That was a really good
He got
shot.
out of jail there.
He left him a long pocket on the 1. The big thing here, I mean, if you make the 2, this rack, it seems to be easy. So whoever makes the 2-ball, I think, would be the one getting out here.
Richie Minicello Sr. in the chat as well. Justin Grant, Ryan Cullen, Keith Ransom joining in. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Supporting New England pool.
Who's Rob playing the winner of? Is it this match here?
That's a good question. I'll double check. I gotta pull up the bracket for that. Rob will be playing the winner of Bill Cody and Mike Verducci.
Oh, okay. And I believe,
Bill Cody is
let's
ahead.
see what their Fargos are. Let's see, Bill Cody's a 6'10", and Mike Verducci is a 6'06". So I think Rob might be playing even with them, or
Rand is on the run.
giving one game.
Rand is on the run here.
I think he's gonna play. He might elect to play it safe here. He might just bank the 3-ball 2 rails up and then bury it behind the 4-6.
I don't think you have to really worry
Okay.
about that just yet. Now the key is you have to. The key here is position on the 5. Don't either underdraw it and get stuck on the 8, or overdraw it and not have a shot.
I think
on the
he's gonna try to punch it out a little bit. So I think he has enough of the pocket to be able to come out. Yeah.
Just get it out there.
Yep.
Don't do anything too crazy. The Cash Cow Rich Senna joining in to the stream as well. This right here, the touchiest shot here. Well, actually, the touchiest thing about this rack is probably the distance that needs to be traveled.
He might have awkward queuing with the 6-ball. No,
He's all right.
it's fine. So you need to make the ball.
Yeah. Just need to. All you have to do here is just pocket the 5.
And stroke the
elect-
heck of it, I
wow.
guess, too, right?
Yeah, but that's all right. Maybe he wants to be a little closer to his work. That said, it's not horrible. This is easy 2-rail position to get out for the 7. He may elect to go 1. Just depends on user preference.
I think I'd play this too, but
Yeah.
what do I know?
Just come up come up first diamond and then try to
Yep.
get out around the second diamond. Spin yourself out.
That way, if you leave yourself a little angle, you just have a natural one rail play into 7 in the top right corner and come down for the 8. So I'd spin this 2 rails to come around.
At some point here, I'm sure we'll be getting an update from Mike DeMarco and Billy the Kid. I know they're playing on an outer table.
I see Ben Savoy coming over to the tournament desk here, so I think Lucas Werner has been eliminated.
Oh boy.
That's a strong win for Ben there.
Yeah, that's a big win.
To beat Lucas even, too.
Sure,
I think the
I'm
score
sure
probably was
Lucas will be
6-3.
disappointed to see that.
Sorry, Lucas can play in the 10 ball now. Oh, he may have overhit this.
Yeah, speaking of the 10 ball, starting up at what, about the noon? About the
I think at
noontime hour?
noontime.
Yeah, so
I'm still debating whether I would like to
guaranteed Lucas is
participate.
gonna easily snap by into that.
Yeah. I think he might be one of the favors favored in that tournament, because I think he might be one of the higher Fargo ratings in that tournament. And as we know, that tournament is even races, so obviously higher Fargo is more favored.
At 4-2, I didn't see exactly who won the match on table 6, but as far as I know, I don't know.
To see.
I don't know who he just called for that, but we do have a match that's about to start on table 6 as well. Ran here on the run still.
He left it a little. He's gonna have to stroke this ball really good here.
This is a crucial match.
He didn't get straight enough, and he also didn't get enough angle to make it easy. He might be able to just drag it down towards the 9. I don't think he needs to come across and out.
He's queuing hard low here. He doesn't like it either. Definitely getting up. Wise move to get up when you're not necessarily
Dude, I
confident
think
in what you're
a
gonna do.
player was trying to walk across and ran some in the corner of his eye. Is he dragging it across or coming? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He
Tough shot,
He didn't have
real
enough. He
position
didn't have
to
enough
draw.
angle to play it that way. I don't think so. He tried to make an angle out of that. I think your best bet would have tried to just drag it a little bit and just leave yourself a cut on the 9.
I think the only thing that he risked doing there, if he tried to do that, I think he was just worried that he'd get too much and leave himself too thick an angle on the 9. One of the worst feelings in the world is to unfortunately be stuck on a 9 and having to consider playing safe, especially when you're down 5-3.
Bobby Hooker. I think he's referring to the comment you made of him earlier.
Oh, no, I would say, he may be speaking of your analysis.
No, definitely not mine. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, that's a bad miss for Sal.
Yeah, and left him a really good angle here for the 9. Just pocket the 8 ball and you're there.
I would say given the miss on the 8 ball, we would say that it's possible Rand escaped with one here.
Just gotta make it.
Yep, that's a great shot by Rand.
Good shot.
Just drag it over to the rail like that. That was a really good shot.
Looks like that was definitely a must-win for Rand this rack. That was huge.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucas walking over here, shaking his head.
Definitely an unfortunate roll for Lucas on the top 32.
We got 5-4.
Yes, sir.
In favor of Sal Midolo.
Rand Tamba putting down the 4th rack in his race to 7. This is even action at the Mark Dion Winter Classic. Of course, we are here on the Snookers live stream, bringing you all of that action for free. I know, right? So generous. Of course, we got all of our sponsors here for the New England 9-Ball Series Winter Classic: Fargo Rate, AZ Billiards, USA Pool League, also Billiard Mechanics of America, and Ship the Cash, run by Mike DeMarco. How'd Mike DeMarco do? Oh, Mike DeMarco beating Billy the Kid.
Wow.
So when he said he was going to go torture him on the table, he wasn't kidding.
That was quick, too. I think
Yeah,
he made some quick work out of that.
Yeah, that was quick torture.
Bobby Hooker,
So-
to answer your question now, it's Tim Levine over here to my right, and then I'm Michael Matthew.
Here are your tournament payouts, by the
Yeah.
way. A $1,600 to the winner. $1,600. Second place getting over $1,000 as well. So there is a lot of money to be had, and we've already got a couple of people that are in the money now, guaranteed at least 13th to 16th.
I believe the winner of this match here is guaranteed 13th, 16th. Actually lower. I think it's 9th, 12th. I think actually for these players here.
Yeah, quite possible.
For the winner of this match, 'cause I think I was looking to see where that win that Rob just won put them, and I think that put them. I think that was 9th through 12th. So I think they're on the same point of the bracket here.
Sal with ran with a dry break. Sal now coming up to try to make quick work of this rack. Very open rack. The 4-ball a little tricky.
Yeah, I think it. I don't think it goes by the 7.
John Lipschultz from Chicago coming in to the stream. Thank you, guys, for coming in from other states outside of New England to support the stream. Sal making rail there, leaving Rand behind the 5.
That's a good shot.
Yes, very good shot. In fact, looking on the overhead, really very little to see of that. That's a full ball safe, so we're going to be seeing a kick shot here from Rand. And as you look, I mean, this isn't just a cupcake kick. I mean, there's not a lot of.
Play it that way. Oh, that's a pretty straightforward kick. I think he can hit this, and there's a lot of blocker balls in the area, so there's a good chance he can turn out pretty good here.
Got away from the side too.
Left him a shot. This rack right here is game changing because Sal can go up 6-4 or Rand can tie it 5-5 with the momentum, winning 2 games in a row. So this rack is a make or break here for both players. A lot of blocker balls in the area. Oh, and he doesn't catch one of them.
That's an open shot, uncharacteristic miss by Sal Midolo.
You can play this ball. You don't have to play this ball too hard. Just pocket the ball, and then you come up for the 2. You don't have to go too crazy here. Just make the ball.
I think at this point the biggest thing, Rand's had a match where he struggled with a couple of shots. I think this would be a great confidence booster to be able to run this rack out, stay nice and smooth and level-headed. Definitely not going to see these guys crack. That's a fact. They don't break mentally.
Wow.
Oh, Rand getting a little bit of a roll there. Of course, waving up his hand, kind of saying sorry to Sal.
I think Rand's trying to do a little too much with the cue ball right now. He might. Seems like he's focused on just making the balls. This table, these pockets aren't being too generous to them this early in the morning.
Oh, and by the way, table 5, for those of you who are Emily Cady fans, she's on the hill over there, guys. And it looks as though her opponent needs 3 racks because he's spotting 2. So.
What is the race over there?
It's a 6-4 race. It's
and
Rich
it's 3-3.
Rich Farrell and Emily Cady, and it's 3-3. So Emily Cady on the hill, Rich Farrell needing 3 racks.
Oh, she just scratched over there, though, unfortunately. But, there's still 6 balls left on the table, so.
Here we go. This is the key ball right here. Getting to the 4 ball. Give you a little overhead to see if that 4 passes, which I think it does. So if Rand can just play this nice and easy.
Also, what he could do, if the 4 barely passes, but you can play this 4 soft and stop the cue ball, and you can play the 5 ball on the side from where the 4 is if you leave the cue ball there, and you can come around naturally for the 6.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if the 4 barely goes by, you just simply stop it just to make sure you pocket the ball.
Mike Minnie in the chat now. This is John Keenan, Richard Connors.
Left himself a little more angle than I would like here if the 4 barely goes by.
I think the 4 looks a little cleaner than one might.
Yeah.
But
But now, with a little bit of outside, you can actually come across and come to the other side of the 5 ball while not having to hit the 4 ball too hard. I think he's questioning whether or not he can make this by.
It's definitely at least by the stream, it looks as though it's tougher. But again, the camera always
looking at the table
doesn't show the small stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna come to the other side of the 5 ball, just nice and easy, and come around. Yep.
Perfect.
And I think he wanted to hit the rail and come out more.
Yeah, he wanted to be straight on that ball. That way you don't have to fiddle with position on the 6. Now he's got to contend with, making a very tough cut on the 5, which isn't a guarantee. He may play safe here. He might just play right up on the 8. Shoot the 5 ball to the top rail and try to stick on the 8.
That is a good shot. He does have the natural angle for that. He can do that very easily. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, this is a very tough back cut.
That's what he's queuing up for, it looks like. Yep.
He's just looking to stick it. He didn't get it froze like he wanted, but it's enough to where Sal doesn't.
I think Sal's going to kick behind the 8 here.
Yeah, Sal doesn't really have a boatload of options other than the kick.
I'm surprised he's
A lot
on
of
a
traffic.
I'm surprised is he going 2 rails?
Going long rail between the 6 and the 9.
I think it. Oh wow, that's a good hit. I think I would have went behind the 8 there. That just seemed like the easier shot. But
But you know something? You've kicked it. You've kicked it just as much as I've kicked it, and I'll be the first. I'll be the first to attest that those short rail kicks, they get funny when you try to bank them. They don't bank it the same direction, like, because of the speed that you end up hitting them at. They always come just a little bit shorter. The old double and a third rule, For those of you that happen to know that in terms of banking it. Sal there making a great kick, though, going between the 6 and the 9, and he might get rewarded for it because Rand just missed that shot, and this is an open rack, guys.
I think Sal, you have to play this 5 on the side. Come short rail. Maybe I would try to run in. It would be tough to play the window there. I might try to run into the 6-7 area there.
Ryan Cullen seeming a little disappointed at Lucas's performance, and from what little I could overhear from the stream booth, as Lucas was talking, he had said that his opponent didn't miss a ball, so don't know how much of that set was actually occurred, but that's what Lucas had said, at least what I overheard.
There's always a reason other than his own.
No, I mean,
I'm joking.
It's, it
No,
happens,
but
Ben
Savoli,
Ben doesn't play
he
bad
does.
at
No,
all.
he does. He definitely has the
Yeah.
speed where he can play a set and string a few racks together.
Yeah, I've seen Ben play really good.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. That's unfortunate.
That puts a pressure on Sal to get out here. I mean, if he doesn't capitalize on this, then this
is
is
a
a
huge
game
opportunity
changer.
for Sal.
Yeah.
This is a huge opportunity.
But
for
if Sal can get out here and capitalize on that, then Rand's in some deep trouble here.
Kenny Hogan, Stream, Dennis Groby, Matthew Eline, all coming in.
I'm not sure how I feel drawing into the window there. I don't like drawing into that.
I like this. I like that more than I like trying to send the 6 ball all the way up table and having to contend with some type of position here, because you really have a much bigger window than it looks. Like, this shot is still, if I'm not mistaken, makeable.
Oh, I didn't think he can make that if he just drew to the. Okay, so
Yeah,
actually
this
that wasn't a bad
this
shot. 'Cause
shot's
he had
very
he had more room for play than I.
But that, unfortunately, is
Is
not
the 7
what you
frozen, Tim?
want. 7's not froze, but
frozen.
now he's got a really weird angle since he hit the 8 ball.
Yo, he can thin the 7 and just play the cue ball right behind the 9.
Yeah.
Leave the 7 right
Yeah, just
there,
play
and
it
just
safe.
he can bring the cue ball actually across back to where it is now, and just leave the 7 behind the 9.
I definitely know that.
All right, table number 7.
Sal definitely just wanted to run out there. He didn't want to play.
I think he
didn't want to have to worry about anything.
or he's gonna elect to play it that way with the 8
Play
ball as a
behind the 8
blocker,
ball.
and I think he left a piece
He
of
left
it.
He left
he
all
left,
of it.
Yeah.
But that said, I mean, it's a long bank. This is probably. I can't see. At least with the pocketing of Brand today.
Actually, I like that shot better than what I was saying, because now this way, I mean, he had a chance of a blocker, and now he has the distance, which is important.
I don't see Rand taking this on. I see him.
I think Rand's going to play the 7 down where the Q is and try to leave the 9 as a blocker. That's what I think.
I would say maybe more of a thin hit. Bring the 7 over by the 9. Try to get.
I think he's going to
9.
play the Q ball safe behind the 9. He's going to bank the 7.
There you go. Yeah, that's the shot.
Yep.
He didn't get it.
He did not get it.
He didn't get it. Bobby Hooker wins. Bobby Hooker wins that one. He's gonna hide behind the net.
Well, that's what I said.
I know. You said it too.
Me and Bobby Hooker are champions.
Yes. Oh my goodness. The old Midolo roll.
The whole good
They
old
could-
mismake right there.
You can turn that into that could be like a form of sushi, the Midolo roll. That sounds like something you would eat at a sushi
Wow.
restaurant.
Then he got mad at that 7 not going in and just fired that 8 ball and over hit this ball. I think he's gonna make this. I feel like he's just gonna stroke this ball right in the hole here.
This would be for the hill.
This is a big make for Sal Midolo.
Yeah. Let's see. Just short. Rand Tamba going to even things up. Wow.
I think Sal played that.
Opportunity.
Sal played that lighter than I think he should have. I think if he would have stroked it, he would have made it. Just because it commonly happens when you try to roll a ball like that, you just mishit it. You just gotta let your stroke out.
Sal Midolo now tied with Rand Tamba here on the live stream at Snuggers. Rand coming up to breaking 5-5. Stephen Abernathy, thank you for joining the stream. We got ourselves quite a pressure cooker here now. And now this is the game has changed. The game has changed a little bit in the last couple of racks, wouldn't you say, Mike?
I would say that this got a whole heck of a lot more interesting.
Yeah, well, definitely made the match. A little different. Right now, Emily Katie on table 5, by the way, down 4-3. So she's actually technically up because she's on the hill, but her opponent needs 2. Rich Farrell needs 2 in that game.
Hi, Mike from Ohio, and Bart. I will check.
Yeah, we'll find out
We
what
haven't.
match
Yeah,
is next.
they haven't thrown it up here yet because we're still waiting on the other matches to finish to determine, because all but one match was played right on the start. Say 80, no, probably like 60-70% of the first round matches are still going.
The other match that was played, the one match that wasn't played was Mike DeMarco and
right, and he's already playing again.
And that match is already done.
Yeah, and he's actually already on table 7 playing against Brian Chase now, just starting first rack over there. Brian Chase won the flip with the first break.
Oh, you said on table 7? Yeah.
Yep. I think Mike DeMarco might be getting 1 game from Brian. There might be a 7-6 race over there.
You said Brian, right?
Is that Brian Chase?
Oh yeah. So that's Brian Chase going to the loser side to end up playing Mike. So that's okay.
Yeah, Brian Chase after a
I had
hard match with
forgotten
Rob Pierce.
I'd forgotten that Mike was on the one loss side. You know, when you hear guys like Billy the Kid, you don't think one loss side.
Yeah.
You know? Messed me up.
Oh no. That was a very unfortunate scratch on what table is that? I keep forgetting that number. Is that 8?
That's
yeah, table 8.
Yes.
That was very unfortunate.
That's Morad Idris and who is that over there? I don't even know who that is. Who's he playing? Do you know?
No, we need an updated list of. Oh,
that's okay. Figure that one out at some point. Of course, if we had our resident know-it-all in Mike DeMarco. He knows every player's name, face, probable address, last known kin. He's out there, but he's out there playing his match. So good luck to Mike. And again, thanks to Mike for bringing this stream up here and providing all of us with all this action that you've been seeing here. Because it's been really good. Ran on the run here too. This is a nice open rack. I mean, the 6A probably the only tricky ball on the table at the moment.
I think the 6 goes by it.
It does. Yes, the 6 would pass.
Or if he elects, he could roll the 5 and just play the 6 all the way down if that was more comfortable. Depends how much pocket he has left.
Looking at the combination, maybe. I'm gonna give you a quick overhead here before he shoots this and see. The 6 would pass, but I don't know if he's necessarily.
I don't know if I like it because you need to play a good position on the 7, so you need to hit the 6 with some speed. He might play the combo, but knowing me, I don't like combos, so I'm always hesitant on the combo factor. But he might try to bump the 6 here. Yep. Oh.
These pockets are playing firm today.
I think he was trying to create his own angle there just to hit the 6 as he would like.
Sal coming up to possibly mop this rack up.
Who did Ryan Lynham lose to on the loser side? 'Cause I know Rob Pierce took him down yesterday on the screen table here, but I thought someone like Ryan Lynham would still be in it.
It's possible.
Oh, no.
Sal, you know, one jaw deserves another, unfortunately. Ryan Lynham ended up playing. Oh, that's a good question. Who did Ryan Lynham lose to? Ryan Lynham lost to Clyde Matta 6-2. Yes, you heard that right.
6-2 to who?
6-2 to Clyde Matta.
Clyde is also one of those guys that if he hits a gear, then
Clyde is still in. Last I checked. Yeah, Clyde is playing Dominic Souza.
that's good. That's a good game
That
right
is a
there.
great
That is a
game.
good game. That can
Francisco-
go either way for sure.
Francisco Cabral, by the way, making a great run on the loser side so far. He ended up losing his first round to Shorty, and he ended up going through to beat Ryan Stevens. Well, he got a forfeit through Xavier Libby, who didn't show up. And then after that, Cabral played Stevens, Nick Bosquet, and Chad Bazinet. And he's now on the 32, playing his match on the loser side.
This might be this seems like an easy shot, but he has to
just over the
he's
the
very
pocket.
straight in the awkward cueing. Oh, he's gonna go for he's gonna stroke this
It's
ball.
just over the pocket. I think he's just trying to.
I think he's gonna draw back a couple of
stroke
inches
down
here,
just to stop it.
just a few inches. He doesn't come draw back or just
Gonna hit that ball good though.
yeah.
He did hit it. He did hit it good. Michael Bork in the stream. Al Mashad, Mark Manillo, Jiten Patel back again. And Rand Tamba about to get to the hill first. 6-5 over Sal Midolo. Now the tables have turned. What was once 5-3 is now significantly different.
Yeah, this match, Sal had a few opportunities to definitely put the knife in, or the dagger, as they say. But
yeah, he was he had a chance to really turn the screws a little bit, and unfortunately, it looks as though the screws are turning him. This match has really taken a different turn. But that's not to say that it's all. I mean, 6-5. It's a 2-1 race. It's go either way. It's either 2 racks or.
we got
racks
sharp
are
dressed
done, so.
Kevin Baccio over here again.
Yes.
Switched up the color scheme today, but still has the bow tie with the vest on.
I love the bow tie.
The bow tie that is a very
the bow
strong
tie
look.
that's a.
I don't see how you possibly lose in the tournament with a bow tie, Tim.
You know, would you know all these years that I've broadcasted, I've never once worn a bow tie. Mostly because I'm not allowed to. But I've never once worn a bow tie.
They don't let you wear a bow tie?
No, they don't. They say it's too.
I wonder if they would let me wear a bow tie where I work.
Depends.
Maybe. Has anyone ever seen a car salesman wear a bow tie before? And if so, would you
something?
buy a car
I've
from them?
seen-
I
I've
feel like
seen
I
a-
wouldn't buy a car from
I've
a car
seen
salesman
car
with a bow tie.
salesman. I know that there are car salesmen that have won bow ties, and I can 100% tell you that I wouldn't buy
Yeah,
a car
I feel like I would
for a guy
not.
with
I would
bow
not
tie.
either. What are your
That
guys' opinion? Would you guys?
That kind of screams sleazy car salesman to me.
I think it does. It's like you're like sleazy, but try not to look sleazy in like a warm, welcoming, cheesy kind of bow tie way. But
Look at this break. Shot on the 2, couple balls down. Not the greatest shot in the world, but that said, it still looks as though he's got an opportunity to potentially back cut this 2-ball in the side. Not to say that that's what he'll elect to do, but he's got the possibility to back cut this thing. Mario.
thanks for that, Mike. By the way,
and-
appreciate that.
And by the way, Tiffany, yes, thank you for the Doctor Who reference. Yes, I picked that one up. The bow ties are cool. They are cool. They're as cool as fezzes. The safe played there by Rand Tamba. Sal coming up to a very long 2-ball.
Oh, we got Kerry McAuliffe here in the building.
Sal electing to play safe back, and looks as though he's going to be rewarded behind the 4-ball.
I don't know about you, Tim, but I definitely would not mind a Hill sweater here. I would love to see this go Hill.
I think everybody on the stream wouldn't mind it. The only person who I don't think wants to see that is Rand Tamba. I think he'd rather just close it out.
Andy Gow. Mike, you should wear a string tie and talk with a Texas accent.
Those polo ties, oh my goodness.
Oh, man. That would be something.
Yeah, it would be. Oh no, I don't think I'd pay. I don't think I'd pay too much for that. Maybe at Halloween.
Andy, come trade in your 98 Corolla and I'll do that for you. I'll put that on. I'll talk in a Texas accent all day for you.
Sal making a great shot on the 2-ball there, and now on the run, trying to put this match to the hill here.
Got a little tricky on the 4 here. Does not go by the 7, I don't think. He's going to play it in the side. Play this pocket speed so you can come around and not keep too much distance from the 5, or he's going to play it
2 rails. But Sal always elects to go just a little bit tough. I think it just plays to the way that he strokes.
right.
You know, he's always.
Does he have
been
an
a guy
appropriate
that's
angle
totally
here to drag
okay with
across? I think he does. Looks like it. Just nice and easy. Perfect. And he got a little angle to come out for the 7 now. I think he's looking really good here. All he has to do is make the 6. You don't need to do anything crazy. Pocket the 6, punch out a little bit. Leave yourself underneath the 7 so you come around the other side of the 9-ball.
Deb, by the way, Rich Farrell ended up going on to win that matchup. Yeah, Rich
He's
Farrell
going to punch it across. Yep.
I take that back. Rich Farrell ended up going on to lose that matchup. Emily Cady taking the win there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Rich Farrell now playing Mike Signorella.
This is a big shot here. Yep.
That's a great shot. We got some Hill action here
Hill, folks.
at the Mark Dion Winter Classic. Sal Midolo, Rand Tamba, shaking it up. A lot of good sportsmanship. Saying play well to each other.
Good luck, Mike, in the U.S. Open 9-ball championships in Vegas. I am jealous. I haven't been to Vegas since end of 2017. It's fun times.
Your wallet thanks you.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go.
Oh,
Hill
Jamie
action,
Bogan, how you
folks.
doing? Sal Midolo.
Hill action, folks.
Sal Midolo here on the hill. We got a couple of fellow Yale Billiards people in the chat here supporting Sal Midolo.
They've shook it up. They're ready to go. On the break. Sal making 1.
Ball.
Oh, we got ourselves a 9-ball precariously close to the
6 and 8
pockets.
ball are lurking.
All right,
Yep.
table number 5, we got the double arrows. And
That 8
Dave
ball
Morganelli.
just crept its way right in front of the cue ball there.
There's a good matchup over there on table 5. Phil Medeiros, Dave Morganelli.
Yep.
That's a pretty good matchup.
That is a good match. Where I'd say you push underneath the 2. Try to push and leave the cue ball. That's what I would do. Or you
Push to the
can
back rail.
leave to the back rail, leave it next to the 9.
Center, yeah, push the back rail, center diamond. That's what he's going to be pushing for.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that is perfect. Oh, wow. What do you play? How do you like thinning the 1 here on the left side of the 1 and bringing the Q2 rails around to where he just pointed to right there? Yeah.
Yeah, well, if that's the case,
That
I think Rand likes it very much.
Yeah. I think
I don't
that's,
I can't take the shot on. I mean, Hill, you end up missing it. It could be curtains.
because if the one can bump, you might bump the 4, or you might want to hit it thin to where it doesn't even bump. You don't really want it to bump the 4. You want to maybe
hitting
cut.
hitting this a little more full and just.
Yeah, because you can. There's a lot of blockers over there. So long as you can get the cue ball all the way back around.
The only thing that I worry about here is that wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to play it into the 4. Yep.
Perfect.
Perfect. That was the shot there. Nice shot by Rand. Hill.
Brian Chase, uncharacteristically
Wow.
really missing
Oh
the
my
6.
God.
Wow, that
is very unfortunate.
roll.
He hit that one very
If you
quickly,
had-
and it just went straight into
If we
that
had
corner.
if we had instant replay on that one, you would be
Moscone Cup slow motion replay.
That would be just, it's unfortunately a very sickening roll.
You know, one thing that I've never done, and I'm sure a lot of us, you know, around here haven't done, is played in a shot clock tournament with a shot clock. I've never done that.
I can't imagine how.
I think I could
brutal that would
definitely
be.
do it because I play at a quick play. You do as well, Tim.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like the constant time constraint. Though.
Yeah, I feel like you want to play at your own pace.
The problem is if I'm playing somebody, if I'm playing somebody who, and this is probably a flaw of mine, but if I'm playing somebody who I feel I'm either evenly matched with or I even give weight to, then I think I play a little bit quicker. But I think I probably played the slowest I've ever played against Joey earlier.
Yeah,
yesterday.
and I feel like that may have almost hurt you to a sense because then when you start stroking them and then you speed up your pace a little bit, it kind of changes the tempo and everything.
I needed to play slow though, especially there's a lot of nerves. I needed to just take the time to take that extra breath too. And that's something that I don't think that I do. I think that's half the reason I miss half the runouts that I don't make.
Michael, to answer your question, 2,000, I believe. Is that correct?
2,000 data in this event.
I believe he's paying out just over 7. Is it what?
1,600.
No, I'm saying total. I think is it close to 7,000 he's paying out?
You'd have to look 111 player. Actually, more than that. A little more than. Oh, yeah, about that. It says 7 or so.
Yeah, after the green fees and everything.
I don't know the exact breakdown. Mark Dion, though, I believe, does do a full breakdown of what is taken out of the prize
He has the
pool.
director fees because he hires staff here, and then
There's
the
this-
end of the year tournament, the Tour Championship Fund.
You can go to his website to find a detailed breakdown of the fees that get taken out.
It's a good stroke by Tamba there.
So yeah, that was a very good shot. Now we'll see. We'll see if Rand can pocket these last 5 to go up and take the victory.
I'd almost like getting an angle, drawing the cue ball just past the 6, so you have an angle to come naturally 2 rails to play the 6 on the side. See what I'm saying? You draw it right past the right side of the 6 there, just so you can play the 5 and have a natural angle to come around to the 6.
The shot that I see here. I mean, I see him just playing this with inside and coming up a couple rails and getting on the 5. You know what I mean? Because he's got so much
getting
space
straight.
to work
Now he's
with.
gonna be straight and on the rail. Yeah.
But that's all right. He ends up making this, and he's almost straight on the 6.
I almost would have liked having the natural angle to come around and play the 6 on the side.
I don't think he wanted to end up on the rail.
No, that was definitely not a plan.
I don't think he wanted to end up
Yeah,
on
if he
the
came
rail.
out a little more, even better.
Mike DeShane in the chat. Fireball Mike DeShane, what's up? Nice to see you on the Snookers chat. Patrick O'Connor, thank you. Thomas Perino, thank you for joining the chat as well.
This is a big ball.
It's the key ball.
Oh, he's jacking up a little bit here. It looks like he's gonna.
Trying to hold it for the 6. What a shot.
That was a good shot.
Great shot.
Now a simple stop shot, and
Might be all she wrote.
might be all she wrote. But keep in mind, Sal actually what was that 2 racks ago? Just missed a 6 ball in that same pocket. So
Man doing everything he can to keep himself composed. Don't want a nasty little twist of the wrist or a nervous tick to get
and
you
these
here.
and these are when the situations where it comes out. But he seems pretty loose. He's letting the stroke out. So. Oh.
Taking a little bit more
I
time.
think the nerves are getting to him,
Taking
but that's
that
good.
extra
Getting
breath.
up. That's what.
That's a veteran move.
Yeah. Yep.
Great shot.
That's a good ball.
All right, folks. I think we may be talking to Mr. Dion very soon to get our next match on the stream table here. As soon as we know, you'll know. But 2 balls away, Rand Tamba, 2 balls away from pay dirt here at the Winter Classic. And if Rand were to win, Sal would be moving over to the one-loss side, so he still has an opportunity to get into the cash as well. That's a good shot. Rand Tamba
I wouldn't be surprised
down
if Sal
5-3 at one point in
Sal
this
gets
round.
out of his seat here to shake his hand. Yep.
Yep. Sal got up, gave it away. Rand Tamba wins 7-6 after being down 5-3 to mighty Sal Midolo.
So I am unsure of the next match on this table. I'm sure we'll find out momentarily. However, I am going to go order some food and grab a coffee. I can be back and join you in here if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think Mike DeMarco's going to be a little busy with his matches for a little bit here. Let's hope he can take down Brian Chase. Mike DeMarco's match is 2-2 with Brian Chase currently.
Yeah, by all means.
So
You go right ahead and just, do your thing. You get the food all in your belly. And
Yeah.
The rumbles and the grumbles. If you want to do me a favor,
yeah,
I would love some mozzarella sticks.
would you?
I would.
Would you? Okay. I'll see what I can do about that, Tim.
But it's not
And,
it's not a must. I'm saying I really like it.
Right.
personally.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
But I
see
may
how good I'm
wait. I
feeling
may
when
wait
go
on
over
that because can't eat while streaming. Can't do that.
there. Yeah. You're just chomping on the mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So I'm
just
gonna go order my food, grab a coffee, and I'll be back to join you. We'll find out the second match. Again, Mike DeMarco is grinding out over here on the loser side. So. Let's kind of hope in some sense Mike DeMarco does not join us back on the stream at any point today, because that would be a very good thing for him. All right, guys.